Number George, everybody. All right, capture that this thing going. Please welcome your next comic. First time on the Pegasus stage, Cris Rodriguez, everybody.
All right, Chris.
Warm welcome.
Great, I get to finish up. I need to hurry up, get off the stage. So anyway, let me tell you, open mic night. You got it right. This is my first time up on stage, and I noticed these little small ones they're alright. They're kind of cool to start off, but to me, it's basically like strippers stripping for strippers. So. Anyway, so I'm been married for 6 years. Beautiful woman, and no, she's not blind because I get tired of hearing that one. Like when you see my wife, people are always like, "Oh, what's wrong with her eyes?" That's who I gotta pay cost, motherfucker. Anyway, so we're married, we got a kid, which is a surprise to me because coming up, I swear to God, I never had a pet because I thought having a kid felt too much responsibility. But now I got my beautiful little daughter. She's 5 months old. She's the light of my life. But one thing that I figured about my daughter is like parenting is actually pretty easy. It's simple but not easy. You got to figure out what exactly it is that they want, and then they're happy. So if they're crying, then you need to feed them, change them, or give them a pacifier, or whatever. So my daughter, let's say she wants a pacifier. Can you give her the pacifier? Now, if I can figure that shit out with my wife, I'm going to do something. When are you going to get out there and go to the I'm the richest man in the world. So, I'm Mexican-American. I grew up in Florida. I have a lot of family in Texas. We used to go over for summer vacations over to Texas and meet my cousins. And you know how little kids play games? They'll play cops and robbers. Little did they realize that was actually vocational training. But it's pretty cool being in front of all these white people right now. Last time I was in front of all these white people with my parole hearing, and that went pretty well, obviously. But we're all the same, really. You know, you got rednecks, they got house on wheels. You got Mexicans, they have a restaurant on wheels, and then you got like black people, a strip club on wheels. So, you know, we all have things in common. I'm working myself a little bit. I have a job that's really interesting and takes me all over the place. I go to places like Carnation and Duval and whatnot. And the other day I was driving to Duval, and I seen this big old redneck truck with big old wheels, and the guy was flying a huge Confederate flag. Now I'm from the South, so I can tell you, I know what the South is, I know what the Southern is. Basically, the only way that guy's Southern is if we go to war against Canada. There ain't no way that's working out. Chilean miners, you guys know about this Chilean miners and whatnot, right? You don't know about Chilean miners? You live under a fucking rock, are you serious? Anyways, starting Chilean miners, just for synopsis for people who live under a rock. Chilean miners were actually under a rock and deep in like half a mile down in the ground for about like 17 days and whatnot. And then they ended up drilling down trying to save them. They found out that they were alive, and they engineered this awesome, never-before-seen, unprecedented rescue. So now that they're out, they're talking about, you know, all these crazy stories are coming out, and they're talking about that while they were down there, they were experimenting with homosexuality, and they had homosexual acts. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, I mean, I'm a red-blooded, you know, leading man, but 7 days, no contact with the outside world. My people wanted to be with us. I mean, the lights are off, I'm not saying, right? So, I'm a fat guy, big surprise, right? So I eat candy every once in a while, you know, I'm trying to keep my voice sticky. One thing that really pisses me off is you want a candy, you go and you get a candy bar from like somebody at your office or work, whatever, and they end up having a little fun-sized candy bar. What the fuck is that? What is fun about a little ass candy bar? You want to make a fat boy laugh and have fun, give him 2 or 3 jumbo-sized candy bars. So then I started thinking, well, if they call little candy bars fun-sized, can you call little people fun-sized people? Is that okay? Is that cool? Then I kept on thinking, and I'm I'm thinking, if you end up having a little wee-wee, does it make it better if you call it flat? Your girl gets mad and she's like, ooh, that's so little. You know, baby, that's just fun. And if she still calls it little, here's what you do. Put it in the back door, it ain't fun no more. I got one more stuff here. Anybody here a fan of UFC? Oh, yeah. So I was a big Tito Ortiz fan. I was at the beginning of his career. Now, not so much, especially after he married Jenna Jameson. This dude, anytime you see him outside of fights, press conferences, media events, whatever, he's got his wife on his arm. He's so proud of you walking around with Jenna Jameson. I'm thinking, what are you so proud of? I mean, basically marrying a porn star is like buying an old rental car from a rental company. You're walking around, you're going to take off my new Cadillac. You're like, yeah, I had a special last week. That's my time. Thank you very much.
Cris Rodriguez, everybody. Yeah. How dare you come into Piper's Pit for the first time and tear it down like that?
Beginner's luck.
I want to play a little game. Name a pro wrestler. Beat him. Name a pro wrestler. Beat him. Name a pro wrestler.
Rey Mysterio.
Beat him. This is Piper's Pit. Beat him twice. Beat him twice.
Macho Man.
But good job. Good job. Really, really funny. Our next comedian, your headliner night, please welcome another very funny gentleman, Nigel Larson.